While Pakistan is trying hard to revive terrorism in Kashmir, India is committed to fighting all their tricks to stop its western neighbour from inciting terror in the valley. The Indian security forces, despite suffering losses, managed to foil all its devious agendas. Once again, continuing with the spate of encounters that have taken place recently in the valley, Indian security forces eliminated at least 5 terrorists in Pulwama and Bandipora districts of Kashmir.
The man in this picture is Muhammad Ismail alias Lambu, the nephew of Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Maulana Masood Azhar and a key conspirator in Pulwama attack, which had claimed the lives of 40 CRPF personnel in 2019. In a major success, Indian security forces recently neutralized Muhammad Ismail, including one other terrorist, during an encounter in Kashmir. An IED expert, Ismail was currently the main Jaish-e-Mohammed commander in Kashmir. According to the intelligence agencies, he had infiltrated into India in January 2017 from Pakistan and was carrying terrorist activities in several areas of the valley. Not only Muhammad Ismail wanted to carry out Fidain attack on establishments of Indian police and security forces, but he was also motivating the local youth for stone pelting and other unlawful activities to disturb peace in the area.
आर्मी पुलिस मिलके सर्च ऑपरेशन शुरू किया। आज मॉर्निंग में फायरिंग शुरू हो गया, जिसमें जेश के 2 टेररिस्ट मारे गए। उसमें एक टॉप मोस्ट वांटेड टेररिस्ट जो है, जिसको लंबू भाई बोलते हैं, अदनान भी बोलते हैं, शेफुल्ला भी बोलते हैं। असली नाम उसका इस्माइल मौलवी है, जो लेथपोरा अटैक 2019 में इन्वॉल्व था।
Later, 3 more terrorists belonging to Lashkar-e-Taiba were gunned down in Kashmir's Bandipora district. One of them was identified as Shakir Altab Bhatt of Bandipora. His killing and subsequent finding that he had left the country on a valid passport for studies in Pakistan in 2018 and returned as a terrorist has set alarm bells ringing in the security establishment in Jammu and Kashmir. As per government officials, there has been an increase in the number of youth who had traveled to Pakistan or Bangladesh for studies and had infiltrated back into the country as trained terrorists. This is in addition to over 100 Kashmiri youths who traveled to Pakistan on valid visas for short durations and have either not come back or disappeared after their return in the last 3 years.
This racket has been run by Hurriyat Conference, and they would charge money and they would get money from Pakistan also. These students who are going to study abroad, especially in Pakistan and Bangladesh, the government of India should first of all scrutinize all their associates, their parents, and also their social media accounts, so that these students who would get radicalized or who have a tendency to get radicalized would not be issued the visa. Pakistan, as we know, will leave no stone unturned to radicalize anyone from India who goes there. Therefore, the government of India should just ban Pakistan as a country for travel for students. Thirdly, that these students, before they go and after they come back, there should be a strict check on them.
Meanwhile, Pakistan and its intelligence agency ISI have started setting up new terror control rooms in Pak-occupied Kashmir and are also building synergy among terror groups to launch attacks on Jammu and Kashmir ahead of India's Independence Day. According to intelligence inputs, a series of meetings have taken place between senior functionaries of banned terrorist organizations including Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Al-Badr in POK. Pak's ISI and terrorist groups are planning to infiltrate into Jammu and Kashmir through 8 new routes via LOC that have been identified by the security agencies. Terror launchpads in POK have been reinforced with terrorists, and about 146 terrorists have been placed at various launchpads since June this year. Moreover, Pakistan's ISI is now resorting to use of drones to infiltrate weapons and drugs to fuel narco-terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. After the drone blast at Jammu Air Force Station in June, the number of drone sightings has gone up drastically as several drones have been spotted near the international border in Kashmir in recent days.
Pakistan has been at its best of trying to infiltrate people physically, and if not physically, then trying to send in drones equipped with narcotics and arms and ammunition. This sort of a thing has been going on since long, and now after declaring ceasefire in the Jammu Kashmir sector, they are now trying to get in people to infiltrate from the international border in Punjab. Pakistan will not mend its ways. It is only we, the Indian government and the Indian people, that we have to decide now how to deal with Pakistan, because it seems that diplomatic and other pressures are not going to work on Pakistan, but punitive action will work.
While the situation in Jammu and Kashmir is returning to normalcy, Pakistan has intensified its efforts at increasing the strength of terrorists in launch pads along the line of control to create havoc in the region. Such consistent attempts of Pakistan at fomenting trouble and breaching harmony in an otherwise peaceful Kashmir reek of its duplicity.